Hi, Bright Lights. Welcome. My name is Tina, and thank you for joining me. I felt that I needed to come on to share some messages with you. I had done a channeling a little while ago from my guardian angel, Infant Shala, and I'd like to share with you what my guardian angel had to say. Also, I would like to pull some cards and get some more messages to see exactly where the energy takes us. So let's get started. Here's the channeling. Even when things don't seem like they are moving, they still are. The universe is always working to your highest timeline and potential. It takes a coordinated effort to bring forth your best manifestations. Be still and allow the magic to happen. The universe is always trying to show you the way. Look up from the drama and listen. The messages are waiting right there for you. Ask if you are not sure. Let the universe dazzle you with delight. So, why don't we pull some cards to see what Infant Shallow is talking about, where you maybe need to be guided to be dazzled and get you some messages about what's going on, angels and my guides. What is going on with the collective? That one wanted to jump out. So, the first card we have here is the Hierophant, and this card is all about highest form of government, higher learning. The we talked about this before in another video I had done about the keys to opening the doors here to awakening. So this is about the magic and being dazzled that Infant Shala is referring to is that higher learning and starting on your path to awakening. And that is by learning about who you are first and foremost. Ah, and so this is about a recovery, rather than normally the 10 of wands here is you're carrying your burdens with you. This is really letting go. It could be, letting go of a past dream, letting go of something you saw yourself doing, but now it just doesn't resonate with you anymore. So this is the time to start to carve a new path. So this we have, because what has been going on is there has been an imbalance with the way that you were doing things, whether this is a job that is not fulfilling you anymore, whether this is a relationship that isn't fulfilling you anymore. This is, and this could be about your body. How is your body feeling? This is talking about a lot of different imbalances. So, this could be a lot of different things going on in your life. And so, in order for us to find the magic, to get into the groove, to get back into alignment, we have to look deeper at these imbalances in our life because everything here, if we start to tackle that stuff, this is the Empress card, and that is you have so much creativity to offer, so much here. For this is all about fertility. Some of you could be pregnant, so keep that in mind when this card pops up into a reading, especially when you've got like an imbalance going on here, because again, that can be kind of a sickness. You're not feeling quite right. So that might be telling you something. But this is again about us being starting to birth something. So there is something that you have been thinking about doing if you haven't started already, that it's just about taking that one step at a time and not, again, not tying yourself to any outcomes. We get very attached. We want to set a plan. And I am the same way. I'm a very logical person and I want things to go a certain way. And the more we can let the universe drive that, actually the better things can work out for us. So it's really important to not get attached to outcomes, even if like a job is no longer working for you. So right now I'm ending one contract. I work as a contractor and I'm ending, one job. And at first I was a little disappointed, but then I realized that job was just, it was kind of getting old and it was getting, I wasn't feeling really good about it. So I was like, oh, actually, this is good to refresh my energy, get into something new. Ah, so yeah, I was very disappointed. That's what this card is. The Five of Cups. This is very disappointed. But I've got these two cups over here. I wasn't looking. I was just like, oh, that means I got to start something new. And oh, la, it's all that we want to stay in our comfort zone. But yet what have now that I have made the move to become a contractor, and before I take the big leap and go and do my spiritual teaching that I want to do, this card is telling us that there is something for us. It's just that we can get stuck in this, oh, I wanted it to be this way, and if if you would just turn around, there is still is quite a bit of emotional support there. So, and quite a bit of happiness. So, yes, this is about, here is this Knight of Wands, this lustful, enthusiastic energy, this inspirational, let's move forward with positive action. So this tells me that there is something coming in for you that's going to kind of awaken and enliven you here and inspire you to act in some way. This can be a little bit of chaotic energy, so we just have to be a little bit careful and do our discernment. Right now would be, not wanting to also jump from the frying pan into the fire. There was one time I was in such a hurry to move out of one job, and I've done this with relationships too. I was in such a hurry to get out of a bad relationship. I ended up not taking that time to grieve and to really get myself in a good place, stability wise, where I'm centered again and I'm my optimistic self, because I went from one bad job to a worse job and I went to a worse relationship. That's happened to me. So this can be either or. This is a collective reading. So this can be either or. Just be very careful about not taking that negative stuff with you when you go. Ah, we have the Page of Swords here. So there could be some, this could be a message coming in for you. But what I'm really getting with this Page of Swords is just be careful about gossip. Be careful that somebody's not steering you in the wrong direction with gossip here, because this is a younger energy. This can be, they like to whip things up. So I just wanted you to realize that that could be, just to watch for this, that any type of malicious gossip or getting pulled into something that's maybe a little negative. And, I am getting that this could be a message coming in quickly for some of you. And then if you We'll pull some cards on what you need to do to bring in. This is the ultimate here. This is that tangible offer. This is the positive offer that is going to put you on your path here to take you through that door. We talk about the doors to awakening. This is the path. So the path will always unfold for you if you allow it to. If there's not too much force, if we're not trying to force things, or if we're not getting caught up in our patterns. I had a very something else about me is I had always struggled. I grew up very poor, a lot of poverty consciousness. So I would sometimes sabotage myself or even lowball myself a lot because I just was fearful. And if I would have just allowed things to go the way they should have gone, it would have all worked out in the end and probably to my advantage. So this is some good news. Something big is coming in for you guys. So let's pull some oracle cards here to get more guidance. And I'm going to work your light. That's very positive messages coming through there. We always have to look out for our imbalances. We always have to be doing our um, mindfulness and our self-awareness. And then Keepers of the Earth just came out. And so this is about you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Now, my grandmother, she is all of my a lot of my parents and my grandparents are have all crossed over on the other side. And um I have been getting, and this is a picture of an older woman with angels, and she's really, I think, one of my guides now. And I get a lot of messages from her. So watch for those messages like I talked to you before. And I'm also seeing these cougars here. And so that can represent a couple different things. Again, watch those, the predators. Be very careful about the predators, but remember that cougars also, they are cats, and cats represent your intuition and they represent independence. And it's very, very important for us to always maintain our independence. And there's a couple of elephants in here as well. So that's all about learning from the past, making sure we don't repeat those patterns, being aware of them. And these eagles up here as well, that keeping your vision. You have a vision. I always want to tell people, do you know how important you are? If you're at this reading, you are a bright light. That means you are the people anchoring the light on this planet. You are one of those few people, and we need you here. This is so, so important in these very, very difficult times. And so we're all just here to support each other. The ancestors are on the other side supporting you and giving you that extra nudge when you need it. And this came through. Ask and receive. Don't be afraid to ask. And I always also want to point out about asking, it's not asking from a neediness point of view, it's asking from a curiosity point of view. How can I make this work? How can this help me? Instead of taking that victim mode of that, I need somebody from the other side to help me, because they can't live our lives for us. They can't cheat us. They can't just cheat us and give us the keys. We have to find those keys ourselves. So, but you can ask for signs and you can ask for guidance. And how can I do this? And can you show me a sign that I'm on the right path? They love that. They love when you ask for their guidance in that way. The issue with asking and praying for something is it's because you're taking it from the perspective of the lack of it. So we never want to reestablish the lack of anything. It's all about how can I move forward? How am I going to be more abundant? I can see it coming. Where, show me the signs, and they will. They're there to help support us in that way and to help guide us. So let's look at the elementals and what they have to bring forward as well. Plants and growth. So you're in a growth phase right now. I love to see that from all of the bright lights out there. Plants are also very important. So, getting out in nature. I have so many plants here. You can see behind me, I've got my lucky bamboo and my spider plant for creativity. Plants are really important for us for energy, for vitality. I live in an area where right now we're in winter and it's extremely cold. Today it was bitterly cold. Went to take my dog out for a walk and we lasted maybe 10 minutes. It was below 10 degrees and the wind was just horrendous. So I like to keep a lot of greenery around me. And then the other thing too is herbs, cleansing. Yeah, I drink a dandelion tea and let's, clean up the body. But look at how you've got some growth coming here. This is a stag here, which represents abundance. And it's all waiting for you. So I love seeing that. And this is 19, which is all about manifesting your spiritual ideas into tangible things. So this is a good time for you for creativity. I mean, we had the Empress card. That is the most positive. So this might be a very creative time for you. So you might want to make sure you're journaling and make sure that you're writing your ideas down now. Very, very important. And let's get a angel card since angels ask and receive came out. So we might go deeper a little bit on this angel since we want to make that very clear. Yes, my favorite, Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So let's see what Master Buddha has to say for us. The Buddha started his life as a rich, mollycoddled prince, but one day he broke free from the palace and was exposed to sickness, age, and death. This shook him and set him off on a spiritual adventure that would lead him to leave behind all earthly pleasures and seek enlightenment so that he could end suffering in the world. Now he helps us make contact with our inner teacher and encourages us to acknowledge how we feel and then accept it so that we can move beyond the suffering we feel. And so that's this disappointment. It's not about, again, any trying to push it away. It's really important for us to work through our emotions. They're there for a reason. There's no shame. And I felt very disappointed when I got the news, that my contract that they were going to end it. And that's okay. I grieved in the disappointment of it. And then I started to look at the bright, the silver lining that no, I'll get to start something new. This is going to be really wonderful. So you are moving beyond the illusions that fear has created so that you can be more focused on your priorities and what is serving you on this path. All suffering eventually comes to an end, and acknowledging how you feel and what occurred in order for you to feel this way will help you to move beyond it. Call on Master Buddha now to help you remember you are part of something that is greater than suffering. The wheel of karma is turning in your favor, and all acts of kindness and goodness will benefit you. Thoughts may arise now that solve issues in your life, home, relationships, or work. They are being sent to you from your inner teacher, the Buddha within. Oh, what a lovely, lovely, lovely card that was. Wonderful. And the final card that I'm going to end with, bright lights, is the gateway of light activation. Let's see what gateway is coming through for us. This has been coming through almost in every one of my readings. So this is the gateway that continues to come through. It's the I am presence, the light body activation, and accessing the divine within. So this can be doing some I am meditations. The I am is tied to the violet flame. There could be, let's look at, I don't know that I have actually read this I am piece. So let's end with that because this has come up quite a bit for us on our path. So let's go and see. I don't know if I have read it before, but I'm going to read it again if I have. Okay, so the I am presence is frequently mentioned in the Ascended Master teachings. And of course, we had Buddha come up, who is an Ascended Master. It's the individualized presence of the divine that rests within us all. Personally, I see no difference between the I am presence and what other people call the inner teacher or the higher self. That's just what Buddha had talked about, that, the awareness, the inner self. And that's my work, is to get people back to their real self, their inner self. So it's the inner Buddha, or Christ consciousness. It's the part of our soul that has never forgotten that it's connected to divine love. Even when our faith is challenged, there's a part of us that knows there's something out there, or it's the I am. This card is the gateway that allows you to reflect upon the fact that this incredible, infinite, divine being is within you, always aligned with love and always offering wisdom. For a long time, the I am has been dormant, and we have been encouraged to believe we are insignificant and powerless. But the more we connect with the divine, the more we realize that it's resting gently within us. We are the divine expressing itself. We are a facet of the God particle having an individual experience, but we are part of the whole. Place your hands on your heart and belly and say, I call forth from the core of my being the mighty I am presence, great universal cosmonaut, star being, star power. Thank you for standing at the forefront of my heart and mind. Thank you for leading the way with your divine intelligence. You are experiencing a great shift, which is helping you understand yourself in ways that were previously impossible. This is an exciting time. You are connecting with the highest form of intelligence within you. The body of light within you is growing brighter, and you are becoming aware of how your actions and choices affect the unfolding of your future. The bright light you are is expressing itself unapologetically. Oh, I think that ends on a super, super good note. It's all coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.